And the one thing I always think is so important is to make it about the collective. You know, like if we're talking about group settings, right, rather than singling out one person and being like, oh, you know, Tarang's like this or Hugh's like that or whatever, just being like, hey, aren't we better than that? Like, aren't we wanting to be a certain type of way?
It's like collective responsibility.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe we've created an environment here where he thinks it's okay to, but you know, belittle women or demean women or treat women in a certain way. What is it about this group? You know, what can we do differently? You know, should we have a conversation with him?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's the best way to approach this? And I think that a lot of us as blokes don't have that conversation.
Yeah.
Like we don't have it at all. We're just like, oh, you know, he's a problem. You know, or more commonly than saying he's a problem is actually just diminishing it entirely. Just being like, oh, that's just the way he is. You know,
Yeah.
that's just the way Tim is. Oh, it's fine. You know, he's always been like that.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't mean anything by it. And it's like, but maybe he does, you know. Sorry to any Tims out there, but like Tim's kind of like, you know, let's say he's making a sexist joke every time we catch up, right? And then it's like, after a while, it's like, I don't know if that's okay anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, right, that not all sexism or disrespect of women is going to end in like, you know, the way my sister lost her life. You know, being stabbed to death. It's not going to, that's not how it's, you know, that link is not like it's a clear straight line, right? But it's a continuum. And so especially for women, they don't know, you know, if the guy that's making sexist jokes at the pub is the same guy that's going to potentially use physical violence in the home, right? They actually don't know because no abusers have it written on their foreheads. So I think, you know, as a society, the more that we have that collective responsibility, like you touched on, Ryan, the more that we kind of look out for one another, you know, because this has been, as an issue, we've sort of treated it like we'll just keep it behind closed doors. It's just a domestic. It's none of our business.
Yeah.
But if we see something and we walk past it, then we're just saying that that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, and I would have hoped that if someone knew, you know, what Nikki was going through, that they'd have done something, that they'd have said something.
Yeah.
You know, and it's, you know, and Nikki's just one face. You know, there's so many stories and faces and you know, annoying siblings, right? There's just so many people that are impacted by the issue that I think we have this responsibility.